Hello, my name is Denis Denisenko, and in this video, I'll talk about the importance of two-factor authentication and how to enable it in the Dolphin anti-detect browser. Have you ever received a notification from your bank, email, or social media accounts that someone tried to log into your account from an unknown device? The thought that someone could have gained access to your personal information can be quite scary, but there's no need to worry. There is a simple but effective way to protect your online accounts. It's called two-factor authentication, or 2FA for short. In this video, we'll take a detailed look at what 2FA is, how it works, and most importantly, why it's necessary in today's world of endless data leaks and hacking attempts. So, make yourself comfortable and let's dive into the details of 2FA. What is two-factor authentication, or 2FA? It's a security measure that requires users to provide two forms of identification before gaining access to their account. The first factor is usually a password that the user knows. The second factor is a verification code. For example, a code generated by an app or sent via SMS to a phone. The idea of 2FA is that even if a hacker manages to get a user's password, they won't be able to access the account without the verification code. In other words, 2FA adds an extra layer of security to protect the privacy of a user's information. There are several types of 2FA. SMS-based 2FA is the most common type of 2FA, which involves sending a verification code via SMS to the user's phone number. However, this method is criticized for its vulnerability to SIM swapping attacks. App-based 2FA. This type of 2FA involves using an authentication app such as Google Authenticator or Authy. The app generates a code that the user enters when logging into their account. Hardware-based 2FA. This type of 2FA involves using a physical device such as a security key or a USB token. The user inserts the device into a computer or taps it against a phone to confirm their identity. Dolphin Anty uses app-based 2FA. Why do you need 2FA? You might have asked yourself this question: why do I need 2FA? I already have a strong password. Imagine you have a strong and unique password for your online bank account. You feel safe, right? But one day you get a notification that someone tried to log into your account from an unknown device. You panic and wonder, how did they find out my password? This scenario is becoming increasingly common. Hackers use various tactics to obtain passwords, including phishing scams, social engineering, and data leaks. Once they have your password, they can access your account and steal your important personal and financial information. So, what can you do to prevent this? As you might have guessed, enable two-factor authentication. 2FA adds an extra layer of security by requiring the user to provide two forms of identification before accessing their account. This means that even if attackers manage to crack your password, they still won't gain access to your account. You might be thinking, but 2FA is such a hassle. I have to go through an extra step every single time I log in. While it may seem inconvenient at first, consider it a small price to pay for the security of your sensitive information. Believe me, it's worth it. By the way, we wrote about the importance of strong passwords in our last article. We've linked it in the description of this video. How to set up 2FA in Dolphin Anty. You can set up 2FA in Dolphin Anty in your personal account on the website. To do this, log in and click the Enable button next to the double authentication field. Next, you need to download an authentication app to your phone or tablet. These are Google Authenticator for Android and iOS, Duo Mobile for Android and iOS, or Microsoft Authenticator for Android and iOS. After that, scan the QR code that appears in your Dolphin Anty account and enter the code generated by your app. And that's it. Now, two-factor authentication is set up on your account, which will increase the security of your personal data. What if you lose your authentication device? If you've lost your authentication device, you can use a backup code to log into your account. The list of backup codes is in your personal account on the Dolphin Anty website. Each code can be used only once. Keep them in a safe place and don't show them to anyone. Let's summarize. 2FA is a necessary security measure in today's world. Passwords alone are no longer enough to protect your accounts. By enabling 2FA, you can ensure security and protect your sensitive information. We strongly recommend using 2FA for your Dolphin Anty accounts. Setting up double authentication will take you a couple of minutes, but the peace of mind for your data will last forever. We remind you that for all new users, we have a 20% discount on the first payment with the promo code YouTube. With a one-time payment for any annual plan, you get an automatic discount of 40%. Don't forget to comment on the manuals and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss the latest updates and project news. Thank you for watching.